Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. Oh, it's Wednesday, so it's making fun, a little humor. I'm always interested in making sure that people realize every ethnicity, every culture has its own way of laughing, smiling, poking fun at itself and other people. So if you're too politically correct, maybe you won't enjoy this, but I hope you get the message of what I'm trying to share with you. Find your own way. So, in the temple, all of a sudden, the head rabbi walks in, drops down onto his knees in front of the altar and says, "Oh God, I'm nothing. I can't believe I'm the head of the congregation. I'm so sinful. I'm just nothing. I'm nothing before your eyes." The cantor, the guy who does all the singing of the liturgy and the services, he sees the head rabbi facing himself to this extent, he can't control it anyway. He drops down on his knees right next to the rabbi and says, "Hashem, master of the universe, I'm just like a worm, I'm nothing. I do my best in your service, but you know I'm so filled with flaws and vices." Well, the shamus, the guy who opens the temple and gets everything ready, he sees the head rabbi and the cantor doing such tremendous humiliation of themselves before the deity that he can't contain himself. He drops down right next to him and says, "Oh God, please, I can't believe I try to do service for you, but I'm just nothing in your eyes." And all of a sudden the rabbi looks up, turns to the kid and says, "Look who thinks he's nobody." Okay, so my friends out there, if you think you're nobody, yes, you'll be attuned with the rabbi, the cantor, and the shamus, yeah? All right, so for my journal writing friends, let's get right into it. What do you want to accomplish before you die? Like if you were writing your obituary, not leaving it to somebody else, what would you need to do in order for that to be fulfilled, in order for that to happen before you pass away? Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll be glad to tell you what's on my mind about that as well. All right, now my teacher B.K. Asenga says in sleep, there is a certain kind of tranquility and refreshment, assuming that you can get to sleep, because so many people have trouble with insomnia, not only just getting to sleep, but waking up during sleep, not being able to get back to sleep. I have some great tips for you. If you want to know that, let me know. I'll share what I can with you. But the mind gets refreshed, you could say, in order to get up and work again in the everyday world. But this kind of tranquility does not evolve your intelligence. To discover what consciousness really is, you have to pursue a certain kind of self-training. Let's be honest. Think of it, people sleep all the time. It doesn't make them more conscious. So you need that little rest so you can get up and do the work the next day, but you got to pursue this as a self-training. Now, my other teacher, Ram Dass, reminds you that it's up to us, up to you, up to me to create the environment and the setting that will determine how conscious we can stay. All the time doesn't exist. Life is not even all the time. But as conscious as possible, as much of the time as possible, that's what we're working towards. Listen, I took LSD, and for the young people who are involved in plant medicine in whatever way, I understand, but it only reminds you of the possibilities. You still have to do work on yourself when you come off the chemical. In your everyday life, that's how you have to make it work. So whatever your yoga is, the idea is that it helps you not to go back to the negative habits that bring you down, but instead you learn to retain this heightened sensitivity, and you want to protect it, which is your integrity, so that you don't get caught up again in the craziness of the world, and what's called Maya, the apparitional way of how things appear in the phenomenal world, but that there's something else within it, behind it, through it, beyond it. And that's what we're here to discover. Now, Joseph Campbell makes an interesting point about if you go to see some of the temples in India, you realize that they're up on heights, and you have to climb up the stairs, right, the steps, or the mountain, whatever. And as you do, as you ascend, your horizon expands. You start to see more and more when you're lifted up. And of course, it's not only a physical expansion that happens, but your consciousness expands as well. And that's the whole idea, isn't it? That your ego is supposed to diminish itself in importance, eventually efface itself out of existence. Now, my rabbi, Zalman Schachter, often talks about Erik Erikson's last stage of life, where you confront integrity versus despair. And the only way you cannot be despairing and have integrity is you have to be a generative person. You have to be passing on intergenerationally the transmission, the wisdom of your life. In other words, you've got to be vitally involved in your older age from the experiences you've digested and the harvesting of your life experience, because you have nothing left to do, nothing else to do. You have freedom to just do whatever you want, and you got nothing to lose, right? So from all my older friends out there, I hope you find your way to be involved as a social activist, as a mentor to teach younger people the skill sets that you have in certain forms or disciplines, to be involved in civil, racial, intergenerational urging of people away from self-interest towards the public good. So be a watchdog for City Hall or Congress, mobilizer of social change, truth, justice warrior, whatever it is. As you get older, that's your responsibility as well. Once you retire from the workforce, mentor people, and of course the most important thing is bless them. How do you bless them? Well, practice love. Instead of trying to bring an end to that which pisses you off, you can't escape the tussle with that quality that bothers you. You can find humor in it, in the unending emotional drama of the human family circus. And then you just realize that love may align another person's behavior, but your effort to fix them from your frustration, if you're going to realign them at all, it's because you love them, you see them, you appreciate them, or what I call, you bless them. Finally, my affirmation masters want to keep reminding you that you have to be a vibrational match for your desire, or you're not letting it in. Like we say, you want to hear what's on FM 108, but your tuner is on 98.7, it ain't going to happen. You have to attune to the frequency that you want to receive. And if you don't want to hold yourself apart from this, then remember, where are you looking with your attention? Because wherever you're looking, you should be looking to feel good, because that's what you want to attract to yourself, the good feeling, the positive vibe, and then it's infectious. You'll pass it on to other people. So don't wrestle with error. Don't give your attention to it. Starve it to death. Wither it by withdrawing your attention from it. Don't give any further life to it. Don't give any further power to it. Don't give any belief in it. Don't ensoul it with your own thoughts. So know this truth. It'll make you the absolute monarch of your own life. So go to your secret place, which is the privacy of your own thoughts. No one but yourself knows what goes on there. And that's where you really have freedom and dominion to think and picture anything you want. So you might as well think of the best, picture the highest. What's the highest good for all, for as many people as possible, have as many benefits as possible, and the fewest of us have the least amount of suffering that's possible. Put that out there.